Okay, so I'm prepping the charger. I just cleaned up the wheels, and I ended up using S1 soap in my bucket, but I mostly used McGuire's D1801 on the wheels and the Americana Global as a tire cleaner because that thing had some solvent-based dressing. But so I'm going to use the S1 soap from GlassParency. This is actually a heavy-duty, they call it heavy-duty formula, heavy-duty high sudsing concentrate, removes dirt, grime, and contaminants. This is a, I believe, an alkaline wash. I had to double check on you, but again, you're just gonna dilute it 1 to 3 ounces of S1 into a 5-gallon bucket. Use pressure washer to form suds. Wash with a soft mitt or designated washcloth. Rinse with clean water. Okay, this is going to be S1 formula is ideal for heavily contaminated surfaces, stripping a surface temporarily of temporary waxes / silicas, as well as leaving a streak-free shine on uncoated vehicles. Apply to a cold surface. So I'm going to just go ahead and foam the car right now with the foam gun. And I lost half of this thing in here, so hopefully this is enough. My hose bunched up. So if you had a pressure washer, this thing would foam more. I'm just using it to strip off whatever's still on the surface. I'm going to use my backup foam gun. Dump that rest in here. I was using that enough. I was using that foam gun for the wheels, but it didn't pan out very well. Okay, so I'm gonna let that sit for a few minutes. I'll show you what it doesn't really foam that well. Okay, so I'm gonna let that sit for a few minutes. Let that do its thing. You can see it's not the highest sudsing formula on there, and it's just gonna break down whatever's there. There was either still some coating on here, or he had some spray wax put on there. So we're gonna just let that sit for a little bit, and I'm gonna come back and bucket wash it, and then I'll pull it in. I'm not gonna show you the bucket wash process. You guys know what that looks like, and then we'll just go from there. So next thing you'll do is I'll pull it in, I'll give it a quick clay, and then I'll do the test spot with this one. Okay, so this is what it looks like after the strip wash. You can see there's really nothing on this thing. It's just flat and everything. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clay it, and that's it. So again, we stripped everything off the surface with S1 in preparation for the claying and polishing step. Okay, so I pulled the car in, and one thing I forgot to show was the iron removal process. So I just have, this is not Iron X, this is actually the McGuire's D1801 in an Iron X bottle. But I did Ivan's method, where you spray your iron remover, you know, like so. I didn't want to spray it, but I thought this was locked. But then you just come over the surface like you're claying. I did that after I had washed the car. That's why when I showed you the rinse process of how flat the water is, and you can see how flat it is here, and the paint's pretty smooth. Doing that process, it's more efficient that way, per Ivan. So I wanted to try it. I'll link my buddy's video to do that. This is the Rag Company clay towel, and I want to just kind of move as quick as I can in terms of just you know, claying and doing all that stuff in one shot. The only thing is I don't know how effective it is in terms of removing iron doing it that way. I did start from one panel, went all the way around, so I let it sit for, you know, a couple minutes on certain surfaces. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just dry this off, and I'll just get to it. I mean, I can't really repair some of this stuff, like, you know, this matte wrap is damaged. You can see that's pretty flat in this surface, and right here it's kind of beating water, so it didn't kill whatever's there. May be some residual sea quartz skin still on there, but for the rest of the paint it's pretty much gone. SPS didn't really hold up very well. One of the things I don't like about using SPS graphene. So I'm gonna go ahead and dry this off, and we'll get to the test pot.